Hey guys! So today we start bones part 2, the appendicular skeleton. So this is the continuation of the skeletal system that we started last class. Have you seen everything that you have learned in this course? First, we started describing the anatomical position, the levels of organization, the basic language that we use to communicate, you and me, and with the rest of the class and with the rest of the professionals in the on this field. So, and we are using the vocabulary that we're learning. Then we learn about a little bit about cells and how to group them together according to their function into tissues. And then we describe the tissues, the classifications, examples, the functions. We group them together to form organs. We build an organ, we build the bones, and we described bones as organs. And look at us, now we are in the skeletal system, describing the skeletal system as our first organ system. So last class we described the skeleton and the actual portion of the skeleton. Remember that we divided the skeleton into two areas: the actual skeleton that we described in the previous chapter, and today we are going to start describing the appendicular skeleton. And in here we're going to include 126 bones. Don't worry, it's more than the actual skeleton, yes, but in the actual skeleton, most of those bones were single. Poor guys. In here, everybody is married, they have their pair, and we have right and left. So we're gonna learn one half of the body because the other half is exactly the same. Remember that in here, in the skeletal system, we are included bones, but we're including in here also the cartilage and the ligaments that are keeping these bones together at the joints, which is the next chapter. So I want you to keep that organization in your mind as we move on, because that's where we're going to. Next chapter, we are going to start describing the joints. So let's start describing, shall we, the skeleton. So in the appendicular skeleton, do you remember this guy? Do you? In the last class, we said that this green stuff in here, this green area, it was the actual skeleton, right? That consisted of the skull, the vertebral column, and the thoracic region. Now, whatever is appended or attached to the actual skeleton, we call it the appendicular skeleton, which is the yellowish beige area of the skeleton. So we are going to divide this into several regions just for the sake of making this easier for us to study that, okay? So we're going to describe two girdles, the pectoral and the pelvic girdle. A girdle is a belt, okay? It's something that encircles an area in the body. That's a girdle. And we have two on your chest and in your at the level of your hips, the pectoral and the pelvic girdle. And what they're doing is that's the link attaching the actual skeleton to the upper and to the lower limbs, which are the other sections of the appendicular skeleton that we're going to describe. Okay, so in the next video, we are going to start describing the pectoral girdle.